Trying to take a look at Putin's health and well-being at the current time. It's been so tough to try and get a reading done because my family keeps coming out here and I have absolutely no privacy, so it's really made filming videos now nearly impossible. But I wanted to try. So let's just see. Right now, he's got some kind of protection or some kind of, I feel like, treatment. This is boundaries. But I think he's also trying to keep people away from getting too close and seeing that he may not be as fit and strong as he is trying to appear. He would like compassion, but that is one thing that is falling in a place of challenge. The world is not feeling particularly sorry for him. This is an attachment. This is a heaviness for him, having to deal with this. And it is affecting him and weighing him down. This has always been an issue for him, a concern. Like I said, I think he was born with a predisposition towards some poor health issues. In particular, like I've said before, I always felt like cardio, respiratory. He's looking for people that are loyal. He really wants people that care about him, that are sincere. You know, he wants people to care about him. And I think it's becoming more difficult to find those people that have that attachment as well to him. Exploration in the recent past, call that invasion. I keep getting this for him. Heart. I think there are issues that are going to be affecting his heart concerning his health. That is what is going to, I think, come up. Yes, they're probably looking to see whether or not he really has one. But I keep getting this card. So I think cardiovascular issues as well may be affecting him. I think it's not just one thing. But I think this comes up in the near future, actually. And it comes near to compassion. But this is a difficult sentiment to get real affection or real true compassion. So he very much is insecure, I feel, and wants to have those around him that are loyal to him. It's a very big deal. And this is just hope. You know, here's the feather. This is faith. He's just hoping and having faith that he's got those people around him that will look out for him. Because I think he is worrying about losing, the strength to where he cannot take care of himself. And I think that is where he's headed. What's in the environment is the castle alignment, but it's also like protection. It's an institution. It could be like the hospital, medical facility, government. He's protected. What he wants is to have some kind of honor and to retain some sort of honor. And I think that if he looks weak, that's challenging to him. And I think this challenge for needing compassion and is really hard for him, because it is to admit vulnerability. Here's the globe. Totality. And Lily, the aged, can also be sexual, innocence, depends. What, okay, and the coffin, inevitable. So I feel like things will ramp up in the relatively near future, around the next month or two, where his heart is concerned, and it being able to pump efficiently is what I'm just getting. It's just this fluid feeling of like a heaviness. So I think that his heart is weakening, or it might be that it's enlarged. It's just, I don't think pumping correctly, or there's some issues with it. And I do think this could be passing here with the globe, the lily, and the coffin. I like to go in 4 because I like 2 and 2. And this is star guidance, and this is also, I think, people taking care of that, if you will, guiding his passing. So let me just look at what the globe is just in this particular deck. All right. That one I just feel like I need to look at. This could also be, the world will certainly be paying attention. And it looks like in the relatively near future, I think he's going to display some symptoms of heart failure, beginning to look a little bit something up with his heart. I can't believe he actually has one. I think they should double check and make sure there's one in his chest. All right. Let me just put this on pause while I go forward into the future. Well, it looks like he's going to get to enjoy feeling universal truths of love and pain, the global links of our desires, experiences, similarities, and differences. It also represents carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. The globe with stars is associated with Urania, the muse and patron of astronomy. I didn't even see that. It's a good thing I looked at, because they do have little stars on this. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. It represents being able to see the bigger or universal picture. So I think his passing is in the future and not that far off. It's probably maybe even just looking at this, maybe spring, if not before, of next year. It's just like the Easter for some reason with the lily. But yeah, that's a bit of a reach, a little guess. But also looking at how, the number of cards does matter to me. And so it does look where we're at now. I would definitely think that he could have some issues that could be mortal for him within a year. But I think sooner than that, in all likelihood, maybe 6 months to a year. And then I think he's gone. I do. Let me just pull a couple extra. Support, there's the pillars. And hammer, forge. I feel that we're going to see people vying for power, obviously. And I think this really shows up. This is the pillar of strength and the forge, hammer, fire, expansion, and direction with the staff. I think, yeah, I think there will be a scramble for power and of different forces coming in to swoop in to take the country, vying to take the country into a different direction. There are those that I think want to maintain his way of doing things, and here is the other. Ice, stagnation. That's what they've had with him for the last however many years. What's it been? I mean, it's ridiculous. Since the 90s, so. And passage. So finally now there's beginning of an opening for change after he's gone. And for the stagnation of that nation to have a chance, I feel like, to open up. To begin to have other things move, that it need to move in that country and change. So it's like preparing for change, some changes after he's gone. And again, I do think he will be gone possibly around springtime 2023. Here's the fish, which is intuition in this deck. This is not the Lenormand. And there is bull, resistance. So I think there's going to be, you have people that want to continue on in his vein, to have that stubborn kind of all-consuming power, that are also very, I think, potentially the intelligence, where you've got this really militant kind of state continuing. They're wanting to stay put. So I think we're going to see a push-pull in that country, which is not surprising. Here's the key, and it is secrets, I think, that are revealed, because it says reveal. Yeah. And there's lantern and illumination. So, hand, reciprocity, and flag, devotion. Now this can be warning here. I know that. It can be that this is someone that is aligned with a more aggressive source. Let me just take a look at that. I remember reading that one time. All right. Yeah, the key words in reference with this flag are death. It does remind me of the flag that death carries in the tarot, which has usually got a magnolia blossom. I think it is. Magnolia or... No. Gosh darn. Dogwood, I think it is. But I feel like it's death here. And this is people that still, I think, want to continue that kind of path. I don't know. It's also judgment, the sun, and there is illumination. So I think more stuff will come out, maybe about the people that have been devoted to, devotion to something or someone, or that loyalty. And here we have the dog about loyalty. So I think then we start to look at the people that are loyal to him, looking at those that are around him, wanting to hold on. But they're going to have a fight on their hands, because I think more of the dirty linen, so to speak, comes out on them from what I can see. So it's an energetic shift in the sense of letting go of old convictions and making space for expansion. Uh, this is about assess. Sorry about the cat being a brat. And influence. So I think they're still going to be trying to, even after he passes, to clear out that environment. Sorry, hang on a minute. So there's the moon influencing. Still has influence. And I just feel like it's kind of like working the infection of people that are loyal to his craziness, getting them out. I feel like there's just going to be continued exposure. People trying to continue to take that opportunity to expose the truth. And I think for some people, they're still going to admire him. For other people, I think they're going to put their admiration somewhere else. And not kidding, we have the sunflower. This is Ukraine. So I think revelation, and I think there'll be more people that will have some greater respect for what indeed the truth is where the Ukraine is concerned. There will be people that will be shocked, I think, to learn about the revelations about what went on and what's been going on there. That will come more through. I want to see how it will affect, because I see it happening, I definitely think within a year. I want to see how it would affect Russia's war invading the Ukraine. Let me see what I get. Let me put this on pause and shuffle. So I'm asking, how will Putin's passing, when he does pass, and I see it happening within a year, how will that affect his war? Oh my God, stop! Well, we see angel and compassion and faith. And I feel like more compassion comes to the Ukraine. And I think there will be places trying to render aid coming in. Maybe more faith-based, like the church appealing for, like, who knows, Pope Francis appealing for them to leave, to stop, other leaders. This is the unseen. It says blindfold and reveal key. So it's, again, once he's gone, they are going to be showing the people what he was keeping back from their media, which will probably, no doubt, still shock many of them, even though many of them know that they're there, and many Russians don't agree with what's happening. But there's going to be really, to me, like gloves off, show them the ugly details, okay? And a flow, a real true flow of compassion out of their country and around the world, I think. Just more will come out, and it will shock the world, I think, as well, as if there could be more. See, look, a cloud that says revelation, and it's got the raindrops coming. It's like finally the pressure gets so much that things leak, literally. And it has to do with honor and a lack of honor. You know, the wreath also deals with victory. And we all know that that's what he wanted. But I think what they're going to understand is what the quote unquote victory was really about. Because there's so much unseen to be revealed under lock and key. That's top secret, I feel like, that will be leaked about so-called it's this card references the Fool. You know, it's the completion, the end. So I think it will also end. I'm glad to see that potential, but I want to see more. I don't want to call that as the end of that war just yet. Here we have the Fish, intuition, and Lion, temperament. This to me is like they know that they got to dial this way back. This is very pivotal. They're not going to, you know, this whole running around invading places. Here's the bird. I feel like there's an exchange of information. This to me is very Mars energy of fighting. I think a lot of people, I'm getting that a lot of them are going to just walk away as well. The ones that are not really, you know, drinking the Kool-Aid, that are feeling more forced. Hold on a second. Yeah, I get home, information. I think also information will also come to those. I think it will happen while in the midst of. I do. And I feel like this battleground that I'm being shown, and like information coming to them, and people, I think some people returning home. You know, like time to return home. He's passed. And here's the chain attachment. I think some will face, I think, legal issues for, no doubt, war crimes, etc. Once they do return back to their own ground. Because there's going to be, I think, people that are have been taking note. Because there's leaks of information. And I think that as he's starting to look poorly, look like he's, you know, the end is nigh for him, that's when I think all this starts, this energy will shift. And start to say, hey, he's looking like he's really not good. I think it will get out. And I think some of these people that are over there against their will, like I said, who aren't, their hearts are not in it and don't, you know, I believe some of them will return. I think just intuitively know, hey, I don't want to be here. Wouldn't be a good thing. And here's the heart connection. I keep getting that with him. I think whatever the case may be, I think again, this is also about people to me that are very much attached to him yet. I feel like they'll be going to prison. Those are who are devout, that think that they acted honorably and all of that. This is looking at prosperity, pomegranate, and ice. This is to do with the stagnation of their economy, and because of how his war affected. But there we have the scales of balance. And loyalty with the dog. I think it's about finding those, frankly, who are loyal to him and bringing them to prison, chaining them up. I'm serious. For war crimes, what have you, part of the hidden details that they took part in, that's going to get stepped up. It definitely, again, this war with the children, and the fact that the Ukraine people are innocent. I think there will be an accomplishment for them, that they will finally get them out of there. Yeah, but even that looks like it's going to take a little bit. It's not just instantaneous. There's assessment and illumination about the facts in the news that's coming out. But look at the leak. So I think that when he starts to look like he's going, there's going to be leaks. And there's going to continue to be leaks about things that he agreed to do once he's gone. Okay, so let me just see. I want to ask, put this on pause. Okay, so now I'm using Tarot of the Abyss. It's a really nice black and white deck. And I just want to ask to shore things up more quickly. So, does it look like Putin is likely to pass around spring of 2023? I'm asking Spirit, my guiding Spirit, and the Holy Spirit. Will Putin be passing around Easter time or springtime 2023? I do get the Four of Swords. That's often tomb-like looking, and it can also be about getting hospice or like really more intense kind of medical care, but often it's burial too. He'll be gone. Yeah, he will be transitioning by then. So Six of Swords, definitely. Moving on. And I think the world going into a better direction as a result of it, because it's the Six of Swords. Again, a lot of secrets coming out. A lot of his secrets. A lot, because can you imagine from the 90s? It just feels like there's going to be like an avalanche of stuff like coming out from their country that's being leaked once he's dying and gone. This is wanting freedom, a new start. To me, this is the nation, the land, the economy, wanting to have that new opportunity. So Four of Wands and Eight of Pentacles. To me, this shows work with the economy, expansion, and I feel like the country will experience more freedom and expansion and be going toward, I think, trying to, rejoin the rest of the world for their sake of their economy. But we have the Ten of Wands. It's a very heavy burden, the war that he caused and the mess that it's left. Here we have a lot of broken hearts and betrayal. He's lied in the most grotesque of ways and caused tremendous heartache, shattering of families, separation of families. The Page of Wands and the Ten of Cups. This is, I feel like, orphans. I got the word orphans. And the children, once again, and families reaching out, taking action to do with the domestic situation of, I think, probably a lot of widows and children. This is the Six of Wands. So this is recognition by a woman, or maybe there is a woman that steps up to try and assist where these matters are concerned. I think she's really been somebody that is trying to change and help other people, work with other people. So that's interesting. We see a woman come up in prominence here. I think could be a mother speaking out, but somebody that is really working hard, I think, to get across the message of what he did. And I think she's very effective at doing it. She could be a mother that's lost, children or family. Definitely doing work that makes a change, makes things go in a better direction to help other people. The Two of Cups and the Page of Cups, especially children. Again, I think dealing with a lot of children that need care and people that need help. This is also a lighter energy, focusing on the family and partnerships and children. These are more hidden things. There's so much that's been hidden in that country. And look, justice. So they're going to work towards, I think, trying to have a more balanced kind of government after he's gone. Yep, balance with temperance. Tweaking it here and there, trying to... And they get the sun. So something really positive about balance. And being aware of where they need balance. There's going to be fighting, but a great deal of hope yet, I think, for retaining the, direction of that country. There's been will be a lot of anxiety going on, but it's they are seeking independence. And there's clarity coming from the devil. They don't want any more of this repeat of criminal thuggery type of leadership that makes you feel like you've got to be ever so careful, always, because it's so corrupt. I feel like they're trying to clear out corruption but there's still, I feel like it's really up in there, so as they say. And again, there's a desire to loosen up the rigidity that they've had of such control, looking for more basic freedoms and hidden things where children are concerned. I think investigation and expansion into them going over to the Ukraine, that's going to be looked at. Who decided that? Yeah. Here's the Five of Pentacles. Here's the suffering. Here's the destruction to an environment and economy and awakening. They're going to spend a lot of time learning about what their country has done that they haven't known about for, in truth, a very long time, and it's going to start coming out. So that's what I have, and I do see Putin passing around. I did get a positive card for him passing around spring of 2023. So, if not, may be a little bit before or after, but close to that time, I think, is fairly well to say with what I saw. So, if you find this interesting, please give a thumbs up, please share, and I'll see you on Sunday when I have Amy Chelbis as my guest. And hope you're doing well. And I'll see you later. Take care.